The energy is building, and I'm feeling the more you give attention to things that are outside of you, that are not aligned with the version of you that you can be in greatness, and creating more of a version of heaven and earth within you and around you in your reality, the more you're stealing time and energy away from creating that and living it and experiencing it. And are you willing to stop settling, to stop accepting the mediocre so that you can say no to what is not giving you a sacred fire, yes, and pleasure and heaven, and supporting you in empowering connection, in mutual expansion and growth, and feeling lit up in pleasure and playfulness and fun and more, adding to that feeling of love within your body, within your being, love from you, love around you, love for what you do, love for who you are, and experiencing more and more love in your being. The law of attraction being more the law of love, as in the more you're in the energy of loving yourself, loving, having a loving energy within you, in your being loving in your thoughts, being loving in your emotions, knowing the universe loves you, and aligning with that, that you can absolutely have all you require and desire. It does require you to stop entertaining what is not that. Are you willing to take the bold, ambitious action steps forward that take you more into your lightness, your fun, your freedom with success, since you don't have to choose between them? You can feel free in pouring into what you love and doing that from an energy of devotion and discipline and commitment and showing up. Yet it can give you both a sense of freedom and success. It can be pleasurable, it can be light, it can be fun, it can be enjoyable. It can feel more the reflection of who you truly are in your natural states. Energy of the shaman was coming up for me last night, and getting calls and nudges to do some shamanic journeying, to connect back to the heart, and to know and to be aware that you are connecting with or have the potential to connect with guides who are shamans or may identify with being a shaman yourself. Now, this energy, this I ask you to take in with how it feels in your body, with the resonance of it. Not that I'm asking you to critique it and drop me all the emails and comments and whatever, yet intuitively feeling and knowing of this in me, in sense of our multifaceted nature, how we're multidimensional beings, how no one specific label encapsulates the totality of what we really are. There's parallel reality versions of you, there's other versions of you who have gone on other timelines, such as in Sliding Doors, that movie, in which she gets on the train and when she doesn't. There's infinite possibilities to all things when you get on a bus or you miss the bus and take the next bus, and who's on that bus and what happens and what timeline plays out because of that. When you say no to something and pivot and turn away and say yes to the next aligned thing, how that's taking you in a new trajectory. And in that sense, when you say no to what does not give you aliveness, what feels good is giving you a sense of certainty. Get does not give you, yes, I'm in, or doesn't give you a sense of feeling, I'm choosing this out of love, not out of a sense of duty or obligation or feeling that you have to, or out of fear or out of lack. To look at the energy behind any choices that you're making, because they are constantly tuning you into what frequency. They're the reflection of what frequency you're operating on, what you're believing for yourself, what you're believing of the world, in your self concept and in your view, your paradigm. And if you're saying at one moment, since we can change every now moment, Alan Watts, I'm under no obligation to be who I was 5 minutes ago. Literally, you can change and transform with each new thought, emotional state of being, and choice and decision that you make. And even in inaction, in silence, in not responding to something, in meditating and going within, that's also another form of action, even if in the physical world it may be seen as inaction, since it's not doing in that constructive, productive way, yet through surrender. I mean, if that's resonating with you. Yet in these choices we can make, coming back to the energy of the shaman, I was connecting with a lot, and I've had this come up for me in regressions and experiences that I have in having very strong shamanic energy, even though I will say that I haven't undergone in this lifetime the rigorous training and being around elders and learning from them and undergoing all of the processes. Yet there is a part of me which has a recall and remembrance of this from another lifetime and potentially from a parallel reality where I am that version of me and living that reality, whether through training or carrying out those practices. And therefore, I feel an affinity with it and feel that there's codes of that within my being. I have a recall of that of previous lifetimes amongst other spiritual gifts and things. So, as a previous video had mentioned, you're going through some initiation, having spiritual awakening. You may feel that you're experiencing new gifts or abilities coming online because you're integrating more of the multidimensional nature of your being. Now, to get clearer on what all of this is about and what I'm talking about is, in terms of quantum jumping, you can connect with another version of you, another timeline of you, parallel reality of you, another lifetime version of you who has certain skills or expertise and call them in and draw them into your field, bringing them into your awareness. Now, what you choose to do with that is completely at your own discretion. Yet, if it's feeling that you want to access greater confidence or self-awareness or self-discovery, or to refine things within your field so you're feeling more empowered or emboldened in your choices and alignment on your path, whatever it may be, you make your choices to be in integrity with your truth and with what feels right for you. I'm getting asked to say, if you're in an energy of harmlessness with the intention of harmlessness, then you will be aligning with generating better karma. And since this is a huge theme, this Mercury retrograde in karmic debts being paid and what you have been putting out there coming back to you in your thoughts, in your emotions, in your states, in your actions, in your non-action, in how you've been showing up, in what your intention has been, that coming back to you somehow. So if you've been focused on healing and transformation and personal development and kindness and compassion and care and love and coming back to you, returning to love, then more of that is coming back to you. I was hearing a lot that Celine Dion, it's all coming back to me now, that song, that you can expect karmic reward if that has been your intention. Also, you can, through quantum jumping and through this, in accessing the quantum, come into an integrated wholeness of forgiving yourself if you feel that is required for any negative thinking, any harmful actions, or things that you may feel that you want to make peace with or you want to let go of from your energy and fields, and return to love for yourself and love for yourself across all timelines, across all realities, across all parallel universes, across everything, all space and time, and integrating back into a sense of wholeness and complete self-acceptance and love for yourself unconditionally, and how that can help liberate you and bring you back into gratitude and joy in your heart. Yet you can access information from other timelines that may support you on your path in what is the next emboldened step that I can take with confidence to step into my truth and my power and to shine more authentically with my gifts, to go to the next level in my business, to connect with the version of you who already is that successful person, what they're doing on a higher timeline. My journal supports all of these things if you're wanting to meditate and journal on that and receive channel guidance through connecting with your guides. I'm reminded again to say, you're invited to do some shamanic journeying. You can even listen to, I'm sure I mentioned this on a video some months back. If you go to the Honest Guys here on YouTube, they've got some great, there's like a half an hour, even an hour long version of tracks that you can listen to really tune in. And as I've stated in previous videos also, you can set the intention beforehand that all disharmonious energies must leave from your energy, from your place, from your environment, and say you are loved, healed, blessed, and forgiven. You are loved, healed, blessed, and forgiven. Go with With love, you are at one with Source. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. I call in and invite in and embrace and welcome energies of the highest light, of the highest intention, in alignment with the divine plan. My angels, ancestors, ascended masters, all who would be here with me to support me, aligning more with my dharmic mission, with connecting more to my true states of abundance, beauty, harmony, health, prosperity, love, and joy. I invite you and welcome you here into this space to commune with me, to communicate with and through me for my highest good and joy and everyone else. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. And then you can play those tracks and surrender into the process, feeling safe, placing a hand on your heart and on your solar plexus and really feeling that heartbeat echo and feel even more connected to your heart and the truth in your heart and what you're activating and opening and potentially releasing and setting an intention to let go of or release something that may have been weighing heavy on your heart or that you want to make peace with, whether it's forgiveness of yourself, of another, or feeling that you're giving full acceptance to the here and now and integrating that in your energy and calling in your next level greatness and authenticity and shine and magnificence and beauty and love, and inviting in, welcoming even more love into your heart and welcoming even more love into your reality. And through that law of resonance and attraction, you simply must attract that in and experience it. And you can associate and attach this to also the energetics of money, since everything is energy, that money is also love. It's also how you are expressing and sharing and receiving love. And if you're open and receptive to it, if you have felt you receive love from the universe, and you can declare I'm open to receiving. This 1111 portal is huge for rest and relaxation of the body and fully opening your heart to receive your desires is already here, is already yours, as claiming them, and also taking bold forward action. Knight of Swords has come out, and that's suggesting an energy of partnership within you. So while yesterday was choose playfulness and lightness of being and take your child on a date, which you did do this morning, which is wonderful. Of getting this energy of partnering with yourself, like taking yourself out, honoring yourself, loving yourself, following your own inner guidance and your truth, following how you take care of yourself, how you're disciplined in your mind, body, soul practices, that you're disciplined in doing your workout routines, you're disciplined with your nutrition, you're disciplined with your sleep cycles, holding my hand up to that and saying we can make improvements. Got it. Roger that. Okay. Since number one is sleep, when sleep is impacted, it affects everything else. Energetically, you need to be filled up and fully recharged and restored in your energy in order to be experiencing having better thoughts, having better feeling states, and attracting better into your reality. So if you feel that you're dedicating yourself to from this point forward, which I highly recommend, going to bed earlier and having a nightly ritual where you do shamanic journeying with your hand on your heart and your stomach, and you're releasing and calling in greater love and expansion and drifting off to sleep in those states with having claimed and received all you require and desire in complete peace, abundance, ecstasy, and joy. How beautiful that is in rewiring the body, which is a reflection of the subconscious mind. So you sleep even more deeply and you completely give over and surrender to full sacred rest, embracing the following day anew with love and gratitude. And that had come out in my notes today. And every day wake up with love and gratitude for the absolute gift of your life. Seek ways to be loved, share love, express love, and open yourself to receiving more love. Keep focused on love and let love come back to you. Beautiful. From the book, I was guided to a gratitude ritual for releasing with love, which I'd also explained. I'm going through this in my 11/11 workshop gathering online, which is tomorrow. If you want to be there, drop me an email. It's down in the description box below, where I'll be inviting people into space to go through this process. It's in my book. If you'd like to get a copy of it, it's in the description box below, and the play card was in there. Don't be so serious, go have fun and play. Yet also anchoring in the light, the white witch, which I have been called by some friends of mine. Be the light, anchor in the light. That's essentially what you want to be focusing on approaching the 11:11, and every day is a portal. If we look at it that way, every day is a portal, an opportunity to be in gratitude and be in love and appreciation, be in satisfaction and peace and contentment and harmony and joy in your being, and to flow, to tune into your body's wisdom and your inner guidance, to allow yourself to meet your own needs, whatever that may be, in mind, body, and soul, energetically, spiritually, pouring into your vision and mission, taking bolder actions each day, taking yourself forward even another 1%, knowing that all is unfolding divinely perfectly for you in your favor, and even more is coming. So get ready to receive. You're really anchoring in that light. I'm doing more work on that tomorrow. I would love to see you there if you want to join me. So, new beginnings in angel cards. Follow your joy and practice again discernment for what is not that, so you can pivot and calibrate back into love and joy, your three states within you, in wholeness and abundance, being your truth. You're seeing through more illusion and breaking free of that, not allowing yourself to be swayed, not allowing yourself to entertain negative thinking or emotional states or someone else projecting on you, all of these things, which is a reflection of your own shadow work and integration, coming back into unity within. So, Devil card reversed. Knight of Swords driving forward with ambition and momentum. And it's the two on the horse, and it's suggesting you feel even more that the universe has got your back, or you may be feeling more empowered by connections in your reality that really feel aligned with you. So you feel backed with what you are doing, and that's giving you even more momentum because you're not questioning, you're not wondering, you're not in confusion that you may have been before, since you've been on the spiritual path for quite some time. Now you've got, I'm getting the word gumption, like from the holiday approaching Christmas. Okay, if you've seen that Kate Winslet, where she finally stands up to that guy who's just been stringing her along, and she gets her gumption back and starts to radiate and glow, and then attracts everything that she wants because she embodies the love within her, and she shares love, and she shows up in love in action, and how that creates better for her in her reality. And I have so many tingles right through my body as like spirit confirmation, right down my arms, down my legs, that the more you can connect with feeling love within you, for yourself, in your heart, in your reality, and showing up being love in action, the more you absolutely thrive, and you see that the wheel is turning in your favor, that you are creating your own world. And it's suggesting divine partnership within you when you partner and marry the divine feminine and masculine within you, and you are truly a partner to yourself, so you can see that reflected in your reality, in more people and opportunities choosing you because you're choosing yourself, more things coming to you because you're pouring more into yourself, in valuing yourself. And then we have self-worth card here, and the more you see how you have so much value, how your gifts have so much value, that you unlock more magic within you. Those are here, unlocking the magic within as a magician, trusting and thriving. So this is an energy and feeling like you're embodying even more trust as you take action and move forward, that you've mastered something. And so you're going forward even more boldly. And it's not even about how many actions you take or what actions you take. It's the energy you're holding within your body. It's a confidence, it's a certainty. It's like, I know it. I know it's happening. I know the universe has got me. I know I'm loved. I know this is happening. This is unfolding in my favor. And it becomes more of a course. It gets less important because you're feeling you're going bigger, but at the same time you're holding the energy of course that would happen for me. Of course this is going this way. Of course, magic has transpired because I'm believing in it more, so therefore I'm seeing it. And when you believe it first, so you're preparing energetically to receive it, you have to believe to receive. It's not looking for evidence, knowing it's already within your field. You draw it in, you magnetize, and you can see that. So back to this, the shaman card. If you're feeling that some gifts are being awakened within you, if, by the way, if you're wanting some guidance with making sense of the clairs, I happen to have my Reiki level 1 manual here, Golden Tarot My Reiki, and it's actually it looks at psychic senses as well. Um, and all the clairs and what they mean and how you can heighten those abilities even more. And yet to be in full truth and transparency, going through these experiences, like if you're doing plant medicine, if you're doing, you want to fine tune your frequency, you want to experience these upgrades and activations, they're simply releasing what's not you and releasing density and releasing storylines that are no longer serving you. So you're connected more with who you always have been, at a soul level in your heart, that you're feeling a deepening and expansion of love within you. You have a better recall and connection with the truth of your multifaceted, multidimensional being. And you experience, in this course, you experience that energetically. You have visions, you have deeper, heightened meditative experiences. You take this forward day by day. You feel the energy pulsate through your body. You feel heat in your hands. It's remarkable for any of you who do Reiki yourselves, and just this heightened awareness of the truth of who you are that becomes undeniable. So it really sets you off on the trajectory of how your life cannot be the same anymore. And some people have times and moments, and I certainly did in the past myself, of saying, well, wouldn't it be easier to just go back to when I wasn't conscious of all of these things and I was just going to my crappy job and showing up and doing the thing and getting paid and going shopping and going for Friday beers and going to my concerts and booking my 2-week holidays every year and living in that methodological way of being, like that kind of herd mentality of following what you think you're supposed to do. That's what everybody else is doing. That's how everybody else is living. Yet giving yourself chronic health problems because you're so misaligned with the truth of who you are. And when you have these spiritual experiences and awakening, it takes you back into your truth. So you're following, I'm getting a conga line, follow the leader. Okay, like you're your own leader and you're following yourself from the heart, and you can have days on that journey of like, now what? So now what do I do? So universe, just give me a sign, throw me a bone, but it's you that has to move. It's you that has to align. It's you that has to get clarity. It's you that has to fine tune the frequency. It's you that has to make the choices. It's you that has to script what you're wanting and to declare to the universe what you want and not to entertain negativity and to remove, as I was saying to someone this morning, they're saying, I'd like to do this, but, and a wonderful teacher of mine introduced me to the concept of replacing buts with so that you don't have an interjection and stop yourself and sabotage yourself if you've got a dream or goal. Like, I'd like to do this, but as that person said, a passion killer. Things fall flat. To replace it with so and say, I'd love to do this. So, what are you thinking and envisioning and feeling and doing about it to take yourself the next step of the journey? Not that you have to see the whole picture or you have to have it all figured out. It's simply, what would be one way to move forward on that? And it can even be just simply believing that it's possible and that you're a multidimensional, limitless being, which takes me to the story of Bert Goldman, who is known for quantum jumping, who Vishen Lakhiani had visited and showed videos on his processes of how he is like a poet, an artist, an entrepreneur. He's successful in such a multifaceted way. And in his 80s, still working and creating. And he's set up multiple websites and has various projects and ventures. And so apparently, Vishen went to see him to interview him and say, how did you manage to do all of these things and learn and become so multi-skilled in such a short period of time? And he was going through how he was accessing in the quantum versions of him on parallel timelines or realities that were living that lifestyle, that had that expertise, that had that knowledge. And this is taking me back to what I said at the beginning of this video. The more you're entertaining things outside of you, the more you're taking away from the limitless nature of your being within you. And in this world, we're taught and conditioned and programmed to believe that there's always something else to strive for, to hustle for, to grind for, to achieve, to obtain, to get. Like, you're never going to be enough. You're never going to be whole. Like, there's always something else. It's like the carrot is dangled even further away from you and you're left feeling like the donkey that's never going to get a break. And you can tune in to what's already available to you. And not only that, to who you have always been. As I was reflecting on, I'm preparing to meet with people who are going to be teaching Reiki next year and preparing more content on that and reflecting on the energy of holding space for people. Since when you're a shaman, you're doing plant medicine, you're holding space for ceremony, you're doing attunements, you're doing Kundalini activations. The first and foremost thing is being a safe presence and holding space for the experiences, the humanity, the reactions, the responses of the people who enter into that space, and having the strength and the knowing and the power and the wisdom to hold steady in presence and power and truth and love, and to be compassionate with empathy and love in facilitating that process. And what was coming to my attention from a complete place of gratitude was those people who are stepping in need not so much training for that, although it will be given and certain guidelines will be shared. There was a knowing in me, they already have that. Because otherwise they wouldn't have been on this journey, because it's the remembrance of who you already are, who you've always been. And those gifts are natural and inherent within you. And I was reflecting on how it's a privilege to be someone who is naturally a safe space, who people can connect with. I've had, as a story, walking past someone that I saw looking a bit lost and despondent is the word coming to me. And I just looked them in the eyes and just smiled and walked on. That person ended up following me down onto the beach and asked to sit next to me. And I said, sure. And just let out something of like a life story to me, and then looked at me in complete shock horror saying, what did you do? And on the inside of me, I couldn't help but see the cosmic funny. And I just thought, well, you're the one who came down out here after me. But what was coming to me was that energy of the white witch. You're just holding an energy and a vibration of love and safety and presence. You're acknowledging and seeing someone, and they see that they're seen, and they feel you, and you feel your aura. And therefore treats and things can come out, and a person feels like they're just being witnessed. There's no judgment. There's no responses even. There's no questions. There's just, I see you and I allow you to share. I bear witness to your humanity, and feeling that had always been there throughout my life, that I was a person that people would come to and share things with. And end up at one point, like as a teenager, like, why do people keep telling me all this stuff? Like, because I recently interacted with someone who said that they had this need or this tendency to interview people. And I thought to myself, that's interesting, that there's like the need to know, there's a need to probe, there's a need to ask questions. Since I've never had to do that, I've had people come to me, clients that come to me and are just sat in my presence and just share. And there's an allowance, there's just letting it be. Like, you're going to reveal what you're comfortable with. What you're not comfortable with just gets left out, and that's completely up to you. I don't have a need to know certain things. I trust that you share what you feel comfortable with. And that's not something that you really train for. You have it or you don't. It's a gift you have or you don't have it. And if you feel that you identify with this and you feel that you're an old soul and that there's something that is just the easiest thing for you, that you don't even give it attention, it's a gift. It's something to value, and invite you to look at also if you feel that you're a generation, like this video is going on, right? You're here as a cycle breaker to break curses over generations in your family and to bring in anchoring and holding in more light. I was going to go through this tomorrow. Here you're getting this in this video now. To observe what has happened through your lineage or through your family. If you feel that there's been poverty consciousness or lack mentality or issues around finances, that would be that you're here to become the container for expanding and wealth, that you're here to transmute and transform those energies and limitations, stuckness, and those limiting beliefs, and holding the energy of prosperity and expansion, and connecting to lightness and joy and ease, and trusting the universe that your needs are always met and you are always provided for, and expanding in your creative power from you to generate more income through your being, through your expression, especially through the throat chakra, so that you break those cycles and you become the wealthiest person in your family. And not only that, you impact other people through sharing your teachings and your wisdom and your embodiment through your frequency with others and supporting them in getting on that path too. And there you become the new ancestor for your family. If it had been that your family had been in secrecy or shame, or we don't talk about that, or just forget it ever happened, and there's been emotional unavailability in conversation, there's been issues around reconciliation and repair and having honesty and directness, that coming up in the Knight of Sword card as well. It could be that you're here to master being in integrity with yourself and being really honest with yourself about how you feel, and completely available to the totality of your own emotional landscape outside of anybody else, no longer absorbing anybody else's emotions, and fully facing and confronting your own, so that you alchemize all of that and you come back into inner empowerment and sovereignty within you. And then you can become a way shower for others and how they can master emotional alchemy and become someone who has embodied self-mastery. And that is a huge power in moving forward, and how you can remain anchored and rooted in the truth of who you are, no longer absorbing other energies, witnessing energies for what they are, and being in discernment and being able to hold steady in alignment with focus and clarity on your vision and your goals, and truly being the creator that you came here to be. And all of this is bringing forth the creative potential from you that was mentioned in the previous video. Or it could be that you've had hiding issues of your family hiding certain things, not wanting certain treats or things to be brought out in public, or have people know the truth of what is happening behind closed doors, things like that. That you're here to master voice and visibility and truly allow yourself to be in your authentic expression and show up and speak about these things, and speak about the things that your family did not want to speak about, and so on, so that you break those cycles and you transcend and transmute and break free of those really low, dense vibrations of guilt and shame, so that you can rise higher and elevate in frequency and say, no, I'm breaking through this. I'm liberating my whole lineage through bringing love to this, through my own shared voice and visibility, that I can be a light worker in this way and share my voice and resonance and message in a way that it stops here with me, and I move us forward in liberation, in holding the light and being the white witch in that sense. Whatever other way it may be, it could be through connecting with energy work, so that you have mastered health and well-being in alternative medicine, and through working and mastering your energetics rather than seeking outside of you through supplements or medications, and truly overcoming perhaps the health issues that may have been in your family as chronic illnesses, that you're here to become so vital in your health, that you're the new ancestor, and how you share your healing medicine. And your medicine can be through your frequency, through your voice, it can be hands-on healing through Reiki. You're welcome to connect with me for that. Or you may be resonating with all of these and say, well, there's no separation. I identify with all of that. So that you're here to be part of it all, in using your creative power, using your voice, showing up in visibility, no longer hiding, transmuting any shame, being in the vibration of love, believing more is possible and available to you, receiving that, and therefore sharing the impact of that from you with others, and truly being the cycle breaker and being the healthiest, wealthiest, happiest, most loved, most successful person in your family line, and then getting to share and celebrate that with everyone. That is the trust and thrive energy, and it's healing happening in a spiral, and it's returning you back into your heart again and again. So from the Shaman card, I'm guided to read the extended message. There are spiritual allies working in your favor, and the miracles unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. Taking me back to this. Call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from the miracles that you deserve. Hand over all of your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that allow you to correct any situation and come out on top. The Shaman card also shows that you have shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with your guides in an extremely personal way. And not only that, but to connect to other aspects of you, bringing them into integrated wholeness and completely loving and accepting every aspect of you. Wow, this feels so profound, okay, and in depth this video. Yet this is why it's so important to create space for you to no longer be willing to give your time and attention and energy to things that are looking for more from you that may not feel in alignment with the totality of the truth of who you really are. And the more you can create space for connecting with that energetically in meditation, in intention, in connecting with your heart, in reading in and knowing your true self-worth, the more you see that reflected to you in refined self-concept and in understanding the universe absolutely loves you and is delivering all your desires right to you. Let yourself open up to receive them, this 1111 portal. Let me know if this has resonated for you. You're welcome to step into my online gathering tomorrow. Drop me an email, get a copy of my book, step in for attunements to Reiki so you truly experience the whole pulsating vibration through your whole being and be part of that beautiful ripple effect. Thank you so much. Lots of love and see you in the next one.